Hello, Oracles! Well, Tesla's competition is about to unveil the truth. We've got GM coming out with earnings this morning, so by the time you guys see this, we will probably have those numbers out. So we know that GM had delivered 555,000 vehicles in the US in Q3. That is up 24% over last year, but down quarter over quarter. Their EPS estimates are going to be $1.89, so we'll see how they land with all of this, but the big piece is how are they moving forward with EVs? Because ICE vehicles are dying. They are going away. We are having an EV revolution taking over, and if GM and other legacy automotive makers cannot keep up with this, they are going to end up falling to the wayside. They are already buried in debt, and then taking on these EVs, which they are not profitable in right now, are going to just be magnifying their problem altogether. So, going to take a look at this. Mary Barra will be on CNBC, I believe, this morning, so we'll see what she has to say. I will not have a chance to watch it, so you guys can if you have an opportunity, because for me, whenever she speaks, it's a lot of, blowing smoke up people's asses and saying, hey, this is all great, and just being a cheerleader, but they don't have a lot of substance behind it. Now, sure, in the beginning, Elon was a lot the same way. You can argue the fact that, he said that we're going to do all of these things, and they didn't, but they came to fruition longer term down the road. Is GM going to have enough time to be able to make this happen, or are they going to go bankrupt before then? Don't know for sure. I personally think that they will be in some major dire straits within the next 5 years, but, maybe they pull something out of their hat. Maybe they get some government bailouts. Who knows what's going to happen over the next 5 years? But today we will get to see what their earnings were for Q3 of this year. And, looking at how Tesla's been facing a lot of headwinds, supply chain issues, we know that they're not the only one. So we'll see how GM was able to handle all of this and how she says it and what they talk about as far as going forward with EVs. That to me is the important piece, because if they are not going to be having EVs pushing forward at a profitable level, they aren't going to be around for very long. So looking at all the fun from yesterday, we had potentially Elon selling. We still do not have any proof of this yet. No Form 4 filings at the time of this recording, so I will still maintain and watch this for you guys. If for some reason they do end up falling and I see them, I will put them over on Twitter, and then of course I will do a video on it later about it. So tonight we are going to be having Farzad on the channel. Very excited about this. So if you guys are available 6 p.m. Eastern time tonight, we will be having Farzad on. Again, any questions you guys have, it'll be normal standard Oracle format. You guys just throw your questions out there, and as I see them during our conversation, as long as it's relevant in the time, just want to keep the continuity of the show going. We will be able to jump on there and he will answer any questions you guys have to the best of his ability. So we're going to be discussing a whole bunch of different things. A big piece of it's going to be logistics and the pricing coming down over in China, and how the costs coming down as well are affecting that pricing. That is what Tesla has said, Tesla has said that they were able to bring the prices down in China because of the fact that they've been able to bring costs down. We do know that they have the incentives that are over there as well, and a couple of the vehicles did not qualify, so they lowered the prices of those vehicles, and in turn had to lower the prices of all of the other vehicles sequentially just to make them all line up. So they did all of that over in China, and is it really because of the logistics and the fact that they want to bring this down for the incentive? Was it because of the fact that they did bring costs down? Is there a demand issue over there? These are questions we will discuss with Farzad tonight as well, because that's a big question going forward. We know that China right now just re-elected President Xi for the third time. The market is not really happy about that. They saw a massive slide in their stocks over there, and China has told all their banks to go out and buy stocks up to prevent all of the selling from going on. So how much that's going to play out, I don't know. I know I do own a little bit of NEO, and they saw a massive slide yesterday. I think it was like 15 to 20% slide. It was pretty rough. So, looking at the numbers that are coming out over in China, that could have also been part of the reason why Tesla slid as it did yesterday. But again, looking at the numbers, it does seem like it was Elon's that was selling. But again, we will find out for sure with those Form 4 filings. And then looking at the stock itself, it did rebound. It's down a little bit this morning, not a big deal, down to about 208 at the time of this recording. And looking at the charts yesterday, we did see a massive candlestick come in and then a nice run to finish the day after that early morning sell-off. And it looks like ARK did come in and buy 10,821 shares of Tesla yesterday. So that could have been a reason for a big part of that run-up that was going on. And as we said yesterday, it was above average volume yesterday by the exact number of shares that Elon needed to sell. So was that what was going on? And then we got a lot of buying pressure coming in after that, and it was just normal buying pressure, but because we had pulled down so far, it reversed. Don't know for sure. We will find out in the future, but I have a feeling we will see the Twitter deal closing this week. Elon has been on Twitter a lot as of late, just kind of dropping a little hint and excitement about what he's planning on doing with the Twitter platform, and Dave Lee was commenting about how there's really no competition when it comes to YouTube, and YouTube really could use some competition, and it seems like Elon just gave a little wink face to Stephen Mark Ryan on his comment about it and saying, that seems like this is probably something that's going to be coming. So if you guys are not over on Twitter, who knows how long this is going to take. Obviously, there's a lot that needs to get finalized before then, and then the work that needs to get done into putting into it. But if you guys are not over on Twitter, there is a great Tesla community over there. I'm over there at Oracle Tim1. Tesla Karav is over there at Tesla Karav. So if you guys want to check it out over there, I have a feeling it's going to be a very good platform in the future that's going to be similar to this. Totally up to you guys. Obviously, I know some people just kind of stay away from social media. I am actually one of them. But I'm on here and Twitter because that's where I get a lot of the information for Tesla, and I wanted to pass it along to you guys. So we'll see how this goes in the future. Again, we'll see what happens when Elon does end up buying this and what the time frame would be for that to end up happening. But if you guys are interested, that'd be a good place to go for some great information. And in some related but unrelated news, it does sound like the gas prices over in Europe are coming down because the supply issues that they were thinking that they would have for the winter are seeming to ease a little bit. So this is great news, especially for the concerns that some people had for Giga Berlin. I'm not in Europe, so those of you guys who are over there, could you please let me know in the comments below how true this is? Are the gas prices really coming down? Is there really less of a concern about energy issues over there? I haven't heard a lot about it lately. There was a good 2-3 week period where it was pretty bad, but lately I have not heard anything. So if you guys from over in Europe know anything more detailed, please share in the comments. And so quickly touching on the charts, looks like we are still in this consolidation phase, which we have been talking about. Looking like we're consolidating between about $200 and $222. That is our level of support and our level of resistance. So we're consolidating between there. We're still technically on that downward channel based upon the drawings that I have. So we'll see how we continue this week going forward. We do know that it's going to be a rocky week and a half going ahead, maybe 2 weeks, because we've got, the Twitter overhang, which we're still waiting to get clarification as to whether Elon sold or if he still has to sell or what is going on with that. Then we have the FOMC meeting next week where they're going to be raising rates, most likely 75 basis points. And then the week after that, we have the elections. So again, when it comes to the FUD in Tesla, they're probably not going to announce anything good and positive until after all of this clears, just because it's all going to get just washed away in whatever negativity is out there. So I would say just brace yourselves for the next couple of weeks. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be rocky. Don't know if we're going to fall further or we just continue to consolidate. What I'm paying attention to in the charts is that continued consolidation and then us breaking out of that downward trend and maybe bouncing sideways and then starting to come back up again. That's what I'm paying attention to see if we can do that. Don't know if it will actually happen, but that's what we'll monitor. So let me know in the comments below, what questions do you want to ask Farzad tonight? Maybe just in case you guys will not be on the live stream, depending on what time it is for you guys. If there's anything you want to ask him, please put them in the comments below and I'll write them down and put them on the list. And if we've got time, we'll be able to get to those. I have a few things I want to ask him myself, but I'm kind of leaving it open for you guys to be able to express any questions that you guys have for him as well. And also let me know what you guys think about GM and their earnings today. What do you think they're going to come in at? Do you think they're going to meet or beat expectations, or do you think they're going to miss them? And looking at the EVs going forward, how do you think they're going to fare, and what do you think that Mary is going to be saying today? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, we do have a Patreon. That link is also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.